Teke Welde Haymanat fled turmoil in his homeland in Eritrea in 2010, only to become displaced yet again last October when his home here in Ashkelon was among those hit by a shower of rockets fired by Palestinian militants in nearby Gaza.
I was inside the house. I got hurt here and there, a little bit everywhere.
Wilde Haymanat considers himself lucky that his injuries were not serious. His wife and 3 sons were at a nearby shelter, but he says things have never been the same.
I feel it's very hard. What can I tell you? I feel the fear in my body, internal fear. I don't feel like going to work. One day I work, one day I don't. I feel the fear inside me. I would like to go to a doctor, but I do not have health insurance.
The UN Refugee Agency says more than 30,000 refugees from Africa are living in Israel. The agency says the Hamas attack on October 7 and the war that's followed has forced 1,200 of them to leave their homes.
This has been a real re-traumatizing incident. Not only that, some refugees members were killed. We have 2 Eritrean refugees were killed by the attack of October 7th, and 1 refugee from Darfur that was killed in his road. So it has been a very difficult.
That is especially true for parents like Teke Jemane, also from Eritrea.
ממש קשה. ממש אני גדלתי במלחמה, במדינה של מלחמה.
It was really hard for me. I grew up in a war, in a country at war. I came to a country that was more organized. I thought that was the case. Now you understand. I don't want the war. It is like I haven't changed anything. I don't want my children to grow up the same way, in a war.
And also without access to the type of government aid that is normally available to Israelis, he says. Like many other refugees, he does not have an Israeli identification document.
The evacuation system in Israel, unfortunately, is related to Israeli ID, but the vast majority of refugees do not have this ID. So it was hard for them to access this service that was provided by the government to evacuate everyone who have been living in those areas.
VOA received no reply to his request for comment from Israeli government officials. The State of Israel was founded as a homeland for the Jewish people, and it recognizes only a limited number of non-Jewish Eritreans as asylum seekers. The rest it sees as economic migrants living illegally on its territory. The government does not issue IDs to the migrants that would entitle them to many public benefits, such as medical care and emergency housing. For some, like Megastab Jerry Hewitt, who came from Eritrea, this means living as though they were invisible.
We didn't receive a grant from the state. It hurts. We feel like we're like rags here.
Jerry Hewitt worries about the future of his children who speak Hebrew and feel like they are Israelis, so much that they dream of serving in the Israeli armed forces.
I have 4 children. The 10-year-old and the 8-year-old told me we will be in the Golani Brigade. We will be paratroopers. They want to fight here in Israel, but they don't know they are not Israelis.
Still, after months of war, these parents are grateful to be able to come back to this, the only home their children have ever known. Celia Mendoza, VOA News, Ashkelon, Israel.